All right. Well, good morning, whoever's hanging out here with me. Good morning, good morning. I have my cup of coffee. And we are going to make a Memory Dex card today. So, hey Harlan, how are you? Good morning. So, coffee today is Thule's French roast with a little bit of raw sugar in it, because that's how I roll. Nice and dark like my soul. So what I'm using today, this is called Coffee Plans. And this was the original stamp set from it. We no longer carry this stamp set, but we do have them in digital. Hey Joyce, how are ya? So having them in digital is actually a great advantage because these are really tiny. And as you see in digital, I can make them as large or as small as I want. So I've printed out 3 of them here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I'm kind of leaning towards this girl, but again, I'm not really sure. But you can go to the shop and grab these digital images right now. So, and they're also very cost effective and you don't have to worry about storage. So all those things. So, but I am going to use a sentiment off of this stamp set. So there we go. That's what's going to happen. Hey, yes, all is well. I am so much more alive when I do these lives during the morning time or during the daytime. It's incredible. So I've just taken some sweet sentiment paper. I took a scrap that I had laying out and I cut this die out. And this is a Memory Dex die. And I'm not sure all of you are familiar with Memory Dex. It looks like I didn't do my cut very well. That is my fault. So I'm just going to pull out my scissors and trim it right on the line. So these dies are new to me. I got them new, obviously. But I love doing Memory Dex stuff. And I'll show you my Memory Dex as we get a little further along here. But I've just cut out this middle die here. So these dies are from Scrappy Boy Designs or Scrappy Boy Stamps or whatever it is you want to call them. And you can just go to scrappyboy.com and pick them up. He actually has 2 different sets of Memory Dex dies. So this one, hey Jules. So this one comes with a small, a medium, and a large. And I love this medium size one. It is the one that I use by far the most because with the Sweet Sentiment color cards, they work absolutely perfectly. And so let me show you what that actually means. Let me grab one of them out of here. So with the Sweet Sentiment color cards, if you print them all on your paper, you can use this center die here to cut them out. And it cuts them out absolutely perfectly. So I've made a couple of Memory Dexes for myself. I like the Memory Dex from Heidi Swapp. It looks like an old school Rolodex. But I've gone to the dollar store and I've just gotten one of these balsa wood bins at the dollar store. And then I went to actually Walmart of all places and got a package of dowels and cut them down. And so this is my Memory Dex. So today we are going to create one for, I'm not sure if it's going to be joy or if it's going to be self-love. I think it's probably going to be self-love because it's going to be coffee. But these are all the Memory Dex things that I have created. Hi, Kay. So I love my little Memory Dex. It's super fun for me. I also have a Memory Dex that is full of our color cards. And so I've created little tabs for them using our images. And so I haven't finished that part yet because I just put these together yesterday. But it's a really handy thing to have on your desk to be able to have your color blends right there handy dandy for you. So let's get started. Thank you, Scrappy Boy, for the super cool dies. I am super happy that somebody started making Memory Dex stuff again. So is there a preference Jen, I went to the dollar store and I got the little balsa wood bins, and then I went to Walmart and I got a package of dowels. So super, super simple. You want that with the color blends? Yeah. It's super fun with the color blends because you can put them right on your table, right on your craft desk. So does anybody have a preference of which one I color? I was kind of leaning toward this one, but I'll color whichever one you guys want. Whatever you feel like it. Yeah, super simple, Jen. And you can decorate that balsa wood box however you want it. You can stain it, you can paint it, you can do whatever. I like the natural wood because over time it'll get, art supplies on it. So it'll get, sprays because I like to use mica sprays a lot. It'll get inks. It'll get, Sandy actually christened this one with an orange marker. She was coloring and the cap was off, and when she lifted up her hand, the orange wrote on the box. So I like the stories that are created with these, and so I just love letting them age naturally. So yeah. Go with the one on the end, middle one hugging the coffee. Okay, so it's between these two. Hearts for this girl and hearts for the one hugging and thumbs up for the one holding the coffee. Hearts, thumbs up. Hearts, thumbs up. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. All the thumbs up, all the thumbs up, all the thumbs up. Sorry, Julie. Sorry, Julie. You've been overruled. So I'm just going to cut this off. You guys know I love these images, so I'm sure that I will be coloring the other ones too. So we're gonna zoom in for y'all so that you can see a little bit better me coloring. Hey Cheryl, good morning, sweetheart. Grab your coffee, although I know it's afternoon for you. So here we go. I always like to start by coloring the skin. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a different skin blend today because, why not? So I'm still gonna start light with the E000 and the E00. I will go to E21. Then I'm gonna go E11, so it's all looking the same. Now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take that first marker out. And the reason is I'm just going to use this to prime the paper whiz. I know, right? Hey, Michelle, how are you? And then I'm going to use E13 and 15. So she's going to have a little bit of more sun on this girl. Fine. Jeez. Okay, so let me see if I can keep that in the screen and keep this in the screen. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm just going to use this E000 to kind of wet the paper. We're going to prime it up and make sure that we can get a nice smooth skin blend. Oh my God, and my Facebook is already doing stupid stuff for me this morning. Yeah. Yesterday was not a good day for me, but I did catch you live. You did. Joseph! Hey, babe, how are you? I'm so happy that you guys are here. It's a great way to start your Sunday. It is Sunday, right? I'm going to switch my lives to 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So for you in Harlan, that is 10 a.m. For Central Time, that's Michelle. That is 12. So I'm your nooner, Michelle. And then Cheryl and all of you East Coasters, that's 1 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to start with E15. The reason I'm switching the time is, to be quite honest, my anxiety levels in the evenings are at their highest. And so it's really hard to be on and coloring and up and all of that when I really need to be winding down and focusing on being able to get to sleep. So Evenings are notoriously hard for me, always have been. So I decided that I would just switch the lives. I put a poll out there today, and it seems like almost everybody likes this time slot on the weekends. And weekends will include Mondays. So I will be Friday. Sorry, check that. I will be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Oh no, Mama. It's 2:11 for you. So you are you East Coast? Joyce, where are you at? Where the heck are you? Are you in somewhere that does not do daylight savings time? Well, Mama, if you can't paint, you can watch, or you can just put me on in your craft room, and it's like we're doing art together. See how amazing that works out? It is 11 for me. Oh, you're in Canada. Okay. That's right. You are in Canada. Like you're lying to me or something. Yeah. Okay. As I'm doing this, I also like to do ripped jeans. So I'm going to add the shadow color because pretty much all of my jeans are ripped jeans. Not even gonna lie. My uncle one time tried to hand me money, and I was like, Uncle Bill, what is this for? And he was like, honey, the last like 4 times I've seen you, all of your jeans have been ripped. So this is money for you to buy some new jeans. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Uncle Bill, I buy my jeans this way. And he was like, you what? Why would you do that? So, all right, so this second color I have here, I am taking that first color and I'm just kind of softly blending it out. I'm adding a little bit more to the shadow, and I'm pushing that darker color into the shadow. I want that darker color to stay there. So I'm pushing it into the shadow so it stays back where it belongs. My boys just went out to get burgers. They always have a tradition of getting burgers on the weekend. And I'm trying to be good. And I really, 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 really want a burger, especially a fast food burger. But I told them no because I'm doing my live. So you guys are saving me from myself. Did you? I should have, huh? I should have. Michelle, I have a whole bunch of pretty Copics here for you. They're just sitting right here. They look so beautiful. Here's all your pretty Copics. Okay, time for coffee. Coffee is the nectar of the gods. Telling you. Okay, so same thing with this marker. I'm using it to either push or pull the shadows back into where they belong. This is the third color in my color blend, which is also known as the true color. And so I'm using a little bit more of this color. I'm just using it a little more liberally so that her skin tone reads as this color. I don't have recordings on YouTube of the color swatches because if I were to put them on there, then nobody would need to buy the color swatches because it would give away all the colors. Same reason I tell people to cover up the numbers when they post, because again, if you just post all the numbers out there, people will not need to purchase that item. So I'm working on a solution for that. I haven't quite reached it yet. I might just do a private video, and when you purchase the color swatches, I send you the video. But yeah, it kind of shoots ourselves in the foot if we just put them out there. Oh yes, Christy, you do. We're also doing a coloring retreat in Texas in November. So if you're interested in that, there is only, I think, 4 spaces left. So might be less, I'm not sure. So if you're interested in a coloring retreat in Texas, please let me know. Send me a DM and I'll give you the details. All right. Yeah, it would work. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this E15. And because I have freckles, this girl is now going to have freckles. So you want to hold your pen really vertical. And you want to just barely touch the paper. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the E00 and just kind of blend those a little bit. And there we go. Now she has freckles. Oh man, that All-Star Cheer stuff is really expensive. We're talking thousands. Okay, so hair color. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys feeling like for hair color this morning? Cheryl, do you have any ideas on hair color? Christy? Julie, you didn't get your choose of the person. Maybe you get your choose of the hair color. We can do anything as wild as you want. Red? All right, red hair color it is. So my red blend is eclectic, bright red. Karen, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you for a while. Jet black, that would be cool too. So I'm gonna start with E18, and these are gonna look fuzzy because it's like literally right under my camera. I'd like to see auburn with highlights. Okay, let me, gosh, bright red, auburn. Okay, let's do a little bit lighter red. Let's go for this challenge here. Okay. So I'm going to start with E99. And then I'm going to go YR27, YR24, YR23, and YR21. Yeah, let's try this out. So you guys know me, I like to swatch things out if I am doing something a little bit different. And so we're going to start with E99. So this is our shadow. YR27. We're going to be adding kind of our red in there. Our auburny strawberry-ish. This is our YR24, which makes it a little on the blonde side. This is going to pull it a little bit more into that yellowy blonde. This is 23. And then YR21. I like it. That's going to be a really pretty hair color. So see, Julie, we're going to go kind of auburn-ish for you. For you, my dear. Okay. Okay. I definitely need a sip of coffee before I get this going. All right. So I'm going to start at the part of her hair. And this is a brush nib. So these are brush strokes. I know a lot of people say flicking. It is not flicking. I don't care who you are. This is flicking. This is not flicking. I understand why people call it that because it's like a flick of the wrist, but I just can't get behind it. And I'm gonna put some dark in here where this big old coffee cup would be blocking the sun. Y'all with me so far? So now I'm gonna come back into here. Notice how I'm curling my brush strokes around, and they're going the way that her hair would be growing. So I'm making sure to go with the direction. I know it's kind of hard to see because I like to hold my pen so vertically to get the tiniest brush strokes I possibly can. Okay. Trying to hold the pen a little bit further back so you guys can see. It doesn't take a lot. I mean, she does not have a lot of hair, so it's all good. Okay. Cracks me up. I never realized how much I rotate my pen until somebody drew my attention to it. But I rotate my pen a lot. Y'all are being quiet again. None of this quiet stuff. I need my peanut gallery. Where's the peanut gallery? Karen, how about you think of a color for her shirt for me? I like this hair color on her. Those little freckles makes her look a little bit Irish. You're concentrating. Hey, Joseph, I want to know a color for this coffee cup. So you can wait till Karen chooses the shirt color if you want. And then I want you to choose the coffee cup color. Listening and laundry. Ew, laundry. Ew, gross. I hate laundry. It is the bane of my existence. I don't know why. It's not like it's the most horrid chore in the world. But for some reason... Hey, Monica, long time no see. Yeah, it's really tough when you're like, hello, hello. Green or teal? Well, what do you want? You want green or you want teal? I can do either. I'm great. How about yourself? I've not seen you around for like a super long time. I'm really happy you popped on. It's been a really long time. Lilac. All right, here we go. You only do laundry every 3 months except for linens. Dang, girl. I wish I had that in my life. Okay, so we're gonna do BG18. Oh, you want green? Okay, we're going green then. I'm gonna do like a lime green then because lime green makes me happy. So we're gonna go YG17, YG09, YG25, 23, and 21. Boom shakalaka. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so YG17, and I mean there's not a lot of her shirt here to be coloring, but I'm gonna make her shoes match too. So how do y'all feel about that? And Joseph wants a lilac colored coffee mug. So we're gonna indulge him even though I don't do pastels. But I asked for it, so lilac. Psh. And you say you're my friend. I've done Seahawk colors for you. Job has changed dramatically, but in a good way. I got a high promotion, but I tend to not rest more. Oh my gosh, Monica. Rest, babe. For sure. Do you still get crafty? Are you still on design teams and all that? I couldn't imagine you not creating beautiful things. Good. Yeah, you better send me a winky face. You're on a few, but not too many. You used to be on a bunch. I never knew how you kept it straight. Okay. I love this color of green. It makes me happy. So this reminds me, yay! Yay for grandbabies. Is it Frozen for anybody else or just Monica? So my dad had an Air Force buddy. His name was Larry, or is Larry. Can you guys go out and come back in? It does not appear frozen to me at all. Anyway, so my dad had this Air Force buddy named Larry, and his wife's name was Marianne. Okay, good. Thanks, Cheryl. And Marianne had, do you guys remember the Reebok princess shoes? It was a specific, they were high top Reeboks. Wow, say that 10 times fast. And the style of them was called princess. And Marianne had a pair of shoes that matched every shirt that she owned. Every single one. And so we used to really laugh because she literally, no matter what shirt she wore, she had the exact same color pair of shoes. And we're not talking like close, we're talking exact. And I remember her coming to visit when I was really little. And I was like, dang, that girl has like every shoe. Thanks, Monica. Oh, we did? Well, thank him for his service. So, yeah, I just remember being little and thinking, oh my gosh, this girl has so many pairs of shoes. It's crazy. But I mean, I guess it was easy for her to plan her outfits because it was a pair of jeans and a shirt and the matching shoes. So it was not too difficult, I would assume. I think it's you because Cheryl says there's no freezing for her. So it might be y'all out there. I'm not sure. We're never really sure with Facebook. It chooses specific people to freeze for. I wonder where my boys decided to go for their burgers. They just came home. So that means they drove through somewhere. Right? He's got to go beg for French fries. Blame it on you. Of course. It's not my fault. It's your fault for making me color lilac. Notice I'm putting it off. Of course, lilacs actually have kind of a darker purple shadow to them. They went somewhere with horrible burgers. Thank you, Michelle, for that. Yes, we are the chosen ones. Yes, Monica, if you go to our website, www.sweetsentiment.us, and you click on My Favorite Things, it's in the menu that's off to the side, or it depends on what device you're on, where that menu is at. And there's a link there for Violetta ink. They are the best place to buy Copics in the United States. She has the best shipping. She has the best prices. She has everything in stock. Please, please, please use our link, though. It would be fantastic. I know, right? It's true, Julie. It's true. I guess I have a type, huh? All right. So there's her jeans. We will add the white gel pen later. So here we go with this lilac cup. Yeah, my pens, I just finished cleaning all of them. So there we go with that. Okay, so I'm going to start. Lilac is such a weird color. Okay, we're going to start BV17. We're going to do like a soft BV color purple here. 13, 2, and then to really punch it home, we're going to do 00. All right. So here's our shadow color. We're going to get a little bit brighter. This is the one I'm not 100% sure about. It's pretty tonal, so I might swap that out. This one gets much lighter. So I'm going to go like this, like this. 01, there we go. And then this little bit of pink is going to just add to it. How do you feel about that, Joseph? Is that lilac enough for you? I see lilac as like a softer purple, so that's where I'm going with it. This is not teal and purple, that's lime. And purple is not anywhere near my favorite color. You like it? All right. Okay, so when I do these mugs or anything that is kind of bulbously round, I like to make my brush strokes go the direction of the cup. It just kind of helps sell the shape of it. And yes, I'm going right over the handles. Because those are going to be in shadow here as well. Oh my gosh. They're teasing the dog. Speaking of which, I don't know if any of you follow Ruby Roo, who is a red Doberman on Instagram. Super amazing dog. She passed away last night. It makes me super duper sad. I'm all invested in people's pets on Instagram. She's gorgeous and incredibly intelligent. And now I'm just really sad that she passed away. Archie came back. He's got a belly full of French fries and burgers, I'm sure. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do with the dark. You're mesmerized? There's a shelter guy I follow who always posts when his doggos get adopted. I never watch one of his videos without crying. Oh my gosh, yeah. I would too. Well, I'm not really a crier, so I don't know that I would cry, but I would be sentimental about it. We have a friend that does dog adoptions. He fosters dogs, and he's pretty incredible. And his wife is a dog trainer, so when they foster the dogs, they just, you know, automatically train them, which is pretty amazing because then when you adopt a dog, you're getting one that's trained. So that's always cool. But they always have big dogs, and they have a ton of them in their house. They always have a ton of really big dogs in their house. And by a ton, I mean like 10 or 12. So you'll see this color blend will start to smooth out in just a bit. I'm going to start coloring the lip of the mug as well. Right? You two are heathens. I know, right? I couldn't foster dogs because I would get way too attached. They tell you what to do. I do at one point in my life want a big dog. I've never had a big dog. So at some point in my life, I do want a big dog. But, you know, I don't want to get a big dog while I have Archie because that's not fair to Archie. Even though if you ask him, he is a big dog. He'll tell you. Okay, so you guys are seeing this color start to develop. And you're seeing the highlight on the cup start to develop. Nice, light, quick brush strokes is the name of the game here. Couple of layers of them, that's definitely what helps transition those colors. Oh my gosh, how cute. Yes, Julie, your dogs do boss you around. Mr. Nugget. You have a Rottweiler, Joseph? You do. You don't have a Rottweiler, do you? Oh, thanks, Michelle. I really, really, really appreciate that. I want a Doberman. Specifically, I want a red Doberman. Oh, your dream is a Rottweiler? I getcha. I love Rotties. They're cool. They're so sweet. My cousin had a red-nosed pitty that was like 85, 90 pounds. His name was Scooby. He was so cool. He was super duper cool. People are very afraid of pit bulls and Rottweilers and Dobermans and all that such. And I don't specifically know why, other than, I mean, looks-wise, yes, they are intimidating looks-wise. But, yes, everything is pointy. They're aerodynamic. But it's all in how you train the dog. Yes, for some reason the red-nosed pits seem to be so much more loyal than other types of pit bulls. And they're so stinking sweet. Absolutely sweet. But, yeah, they're really protective. Oh, a pit Springer mix. Yeah, they do have a super bad rap. Here we are all talking about dogs. I'm still coloring coffee. Okay. There you go, Joseph. There is your lilac cup. I think of the flower lilac, so that's what the color looks more like to me. Okay, so now we're going to color coffee. We're going to make it match my coffee, I think. See how dark that is? Dark like my soul. Delicious. So I'm going to start with E59. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but in my past life, I was a barista at a Starbucks in Southern California. And it was before the whole latte art thing. Michelle, it could be either one, honestly. It was before the whole latte art thing got really big. And I was actually really good at latte art, which was kind of funny because it was way before it was even a thing. And I would write people's initials in foam on top of their coffee. I didn't do like animals and stuff. I couldn't draw that. But I definitely, I would do initials and things like that. I could do the leaves. But, yeah. So there you go. That's my claim to fame right there. I worked there for a minute before I went to the credit union. Oh, that's cool. So I have my white gel pen from Pear Blossom Press. I love, love, love my Pear Blossom Press gel pens. I have a couple that I actually need to take out of rotation because I've used them for so long. I think they're going dry. But I've never, ever had a gel pen from Pear Blossom Press do me dirty. So, FYI, the Pear Blossom Press gel pens are the bomb.com. So just adding some threads and some tatters around her jeans. Okay. I also like to add little highlights in her eyes. I always say your name is Wonder Woman at coffee shops. That's awesome. Wonder Woman, your coffee's ready? So we can do a little latte art on top of here, even though this isn't a latte. This is just her cold foam on top of her latte. There. Now there's a little bit of latte art there. You're like, why, thank you. I am Wonder Woman, and I appreciate you making my coffee properly. I'm gonna put a highlight in the center of the cup. Just like that. All right, so now we have our girl done. Okay, so Christy, there's a couple of things about gel pens. This is a gel pen from Pear Blossom Press, and they are the absolute best gel pens. We will have them in the store eventually when our order comes in. But there's a couple of things about gel pens. So this is actually like a funnel with a ball in it. So in order to get it going, you either tap it really lightly on your paper so that that pushes the ball up into the funnel and allows the gel to come down around it to lubricate that. Or you can use the oils on your skin to just kind of color. Same thing, it'll allow you to lubricate that to get it rolling. The other thing is most people probably press too hard on their gel pen. And so when you're pressing hard, like you're writing, notice you get, let me find where I'm at here. That one. Notice how you get like a line with something like a channel in the middle and then another line. It's because you're pressing way too hard. You automatically want to like write with your gel pen, and that's pushing way too hard. So you're using it absolutely wrong. So what you want to do is kind of hover above the paper, and that will get you a nice solid line. Make sense? So you want to just kind of hover above as opposed to pushing. See how it doesn't work? So you're probably using your gel pen wrong, and just make sure that you're being nice and gentle with it, and it will take care of you, I promise. I could be the curator of a white gel pen museum, I swear. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little bit inky. First of all, since this is a digital image, I have to fussy cut it. So my Jammie's tricks to fussy cutting are this. Start by doing what's called a rough cut. So you don't have all of this extra paper hanging out. Then what you'll want to do is go in. I like to leave white around my image. You want to use the middle of your scissors. You don't want to go all the way down to the tip of your scissors, because if you do, then you will end up damaging your paper. So you'll get those little like snips and folds and creases. The other thing is a lot of people will say, oh, you need to move the scissors, or oh, you need to only move the paper, or whatever. I actually move both. So I don't think that really matters. I am a fussy cutter though. I find fussy cutting cathartic. And getting inky with it. Na 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 na. You are my people. Let's not cut off her shoes. I always, when I fussy cut too, like rounded corners. So everything has a soft, rounded corner as opposed to a blunt, sharp corner. And then my last little snip here is to round that corner. And there you go. Now she is fussy cut. All right, so we're gonna pull out our awesome, this is Sweet Sentiment paper. I used a Scrappy Boy stamp die cut. And so this is for our Memory Dex. That's the word I'm looking for. So what I'm gonna start with is a couple of oxide inks, and I also have a Scrappy Boy stencil here that I thought was perfect for it. So this is a 2-part stencil, and it makes, so you have the little coffee cups, and then you have the coffee beans and lids. So how fun is that gonna be? Okay, so did I not pull out my pixie spray? I guess I did not. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's my pixie spray. So I like to use pixie spray on my stencils. And I'm just gonna line my stencil up at the bottom of my mat so that I know where to line up the second one at. Now I have Broken China. You don't need a whole lot of ink. This is my Rabbit Hole Designs blending brush. These are Cottontail blending brushes. They are my favorite blending brushes on the market. There are many different kinds of blending brushes on the market. None of them work as well to me as the Rabbit Hole Designs ones. So just my 2 cents. We do have these in our shop. So the reason I say that is because if you look, these are not so domed as the other ones. So it allows you a lot more even ink distribution and even wear on your brush. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure that this lines up, and it doesn't. So that means I need to turn it over this way. And I gotta find which way it lines up because I've taken it out of the package so many times. So it does not line up any way that way. So I must have not that one, not that one. Here we go. I think I finally found it. I did. Okay, so I need to pixie spray the back of this. I need to peel this one up. Good enough for government work. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my little bitty blending brushes, and I'm going to use Dusty Concord and sorry, I'm getting my brush out. And then I have a bigger brush here that I'm going to use with ground espresso. So I have Dusty Concord, and I'm going to use this for the lids. And they don't quite line up right, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. This is super fun. I love testing out new stencils that I haven't used before. This brush that I'm using is also from the Rabbit Hole Designs. It's called a Bitty blending brush. So it allows you to do the tiny things. So just FYI. Joseph, send me your fussy cutting. I love fussy cutting. I could sit here and do it all day. The stencils, so Marianne Samuelson, the owner of the Rabbit Hole Designs, actually came up with a very genius way to clean your stencils. So when you're done using them, you grab before you start using them, you grab a Ziploc bag, like the gallon size, and you put Windex in it. And then when you're done playing with your stencil, you just toss it in that Windex bag. And it will clean all of the pixie spray and everything off of it for you. Your Windex gets really nasty really fast, but I mean, that's fine. You can dump it out whenever you want, and just continue to reuse the bag. So, hey, Marianne, there you are. Yep, Bitty blenders. And I used my cottontail brush too. So, definitely a great idea that Marianne Samuelson came up with. I don't know if she came up with it or she found it somewhere or what, but definitely a super cool idea. I don't like to do that. So when I'm done with my video, what I do is I just take my stencils to the sink and I use some dish soap and I clean them off. Okay, now, since I cannot leave well enough alone, a rep from Dreamweaver told you. Well, there you go. She's genius, right? Okay, so I have these new mica sprays that I just bought because Hobby Lobby is having a 40% off sale of Tim Holtz stuff. So this is tarnished brass and this is antique bronze. And I figure, what's a better time to use these than right now? So you have to shake them really good to make sure that all the metallic pigment, back in the 1800s, now, you have to shake them really good to make sure that all of the pigment is shaken up in there. And then you have to, so I have these little bitty scissors that I use for cutting open packages. So I got these because I figured, how cool would they be? And I buy stuff based on how much like coffee it looks. These looked like coffee to me, so I went for it. Wow, that was a lot more difficult than it really needed to be. So we're gonna do it again, right? Because yum. Okay, still don't have quite all the metal. Yeah, I don't do the splatter box thing. As clean of a crafter as I am, I still don't do the splatter box thing. Because then I have a box hanging out here that's all dirty. So I'd rather just clean up my workspace. And I did just finish cleaning the house. So, you know, there's that. I'll have to come back in here and mop and, you know, all that again after using these. Do you guys like watching me struggle opening these? Super fun, right? Okay. So, oh yeah, that's super cool. I like that. And then I'm gonna turn this so it's coming from a different direction. Yeah. Those are cool. I'm a fan. I don't know, to me, one better you than me. Oh, Krista, I just did it for the heck of it. So I just wipe all of this up, and then I'm pretty sure that he created these bottles for this purpose, but I take my sprayer, and all this stuff is water soluble, so I just clean it up. See? Look, no problems. That's why we have glass mats. See? I survived it. I survived it all. Okay. So, let me put some of this stuff away. Now, we are going to use yet another Rabbit Hole Designs product. Dang, Mariana, I'm like all over your products today. So I've used these, and now we're going to use this. And this, to me, is the holy trinity of crafting. So the bitty blending brush you saw for detail work, the Rabbit Hole Designs Cottontail blending brush for doing like your all over blending and stencil blending and stuff. And then this right here, this is the crown jewel. So I'll show it to you. This is the embossing brush. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's called the embossing brush. And it's for embossing. Hey, go figure. I am going to dab any of this off that is still wet. Okay. I'm going to grab my Misty Cottontail Embossing Powder Tool. That's what it is. And it's patent pending. So there's other people out there that are going to tell you they have a powder tool that is like this, or that is this, or that is better than this. It's lies. It's lies. I tell you, all lies. This one is the best. It's the original. It's what I care to call the original, and it is, it's the best. I don't even need to go any further than that. And I'm about to show you, about to put my money where my mouth is. So I'm going to put this girl over here. So I'm going to put the sentiment over here. So I'm going to grab my sentiment, and I'm going to use this one. Coffee is my favorite way to trick myself into doing stuff. So it gets a splatter written. And I'm going to put this, maybe I'll just put it up here. So I'm going to move this down here. Okay, so for layout purposes, that is what I want. So Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my stamp, and then I'm gonna pop the cap off of this, being careful not to touch the brush. Mine is already primed, so there's already powder in it. And I just rub the powder across here. I go a little nuts and I kind of rub the powder everywhere because I'm just like that. Okay, and then I lift the little sheath back up, put the cap on it, and then I push it down, and that pretty much primes it for next time for me. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Versamark. Now, you've seen embossing buddies, you've seen the little pillow packs of embossing crap. They are made with cornstarch, and anybody who bakes or cooks knows that cornstarch is a binder. So it actually makes things stick together. So you do not want cornstarch. This is a specific kind of clay, and it makes your life so much better because nothing binds to it. I always stamp twice with my Versamark. And then pull this out of here. Now note, wherever you touch, it's going to get rid of that clay. So try not to touch anywhere. This is my embossing powder. I like to tap my paper a couple of times. I missed the corner here. Now look at that. There is not a stray spot of embossing powder anywhere. It's so freaking magical. I freaking love it, man. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic Marianne puts on that stuff before she sends it out, but I'm telling you, it's worth every cent and then some. I know, right? Nice. So, hey, Melissa. So I'm going to turn on my embossing gun. You want to turn this on and let it heat up for a second before you put it over the powder, because it'll make the powder go away. Yes, you do not get specks of powder anywhere. It's so amazing. So this cottontail embossing brush is a must-have. It will change your embossing game, like, seriously. And then I used the Wow Primary Ebony Super Fine. And you can tell I'm getting low on it, but that's what I use. Okay, so now I have my cute little card here. And I have my cute little girl here. So you know me, I can't do anything that is like just flat. So we're going to have to do a ribbon, and we're going to have to do some sweet pops. So I have some ribbon here. I kind of want to do, Michelle, your markers are in my way. I kind of want to do lime. So I think that's what I'm going to do to match her shirt. So I'm going to show you, I have to roll all these back up because Michelle's markers were sitting on them. So I take my ribbon and I put it between my thumb and my middle finger. I do a figure 8. and then I do another figure 8, and then I cut off enough that I can have enough to work with. I put this down through, there's a little V that this makes right here in your fingers. So I put that down through there. This now makes a loop. So you bring this up and through the loop, and then you tighten it. I know, right, Holly? Okay. And then I like to fold my ribbon in half and make little pennants out of the bottoms. So there's my ribbon. I'll throw the trash away and I'll put my little ribbon holder away. Okay. Oops, left my sticky tape there. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is grab a couple of Sweet Pops. Hey, Charlene. Joseph, you just have to watch me more. The more you watch me, the more little nuggets you learn. And I repeat them all the time. Also, I take this video when I'm done with it and I post it to YouTube. So you can always refer back to our YouTube. My Sweet Pops I love because you can cut them down to be any size you want them to be. I'm going to turn this around actually because it tapers a little bit. So I want the skinny part to be down by her foot. I always use way too many pops, just so you know. So I'm going to peel all of this off. Okay, and then don't need that one. I'm gonna stick this here. And then I'm gonna have this big old bow right here. And then you guys know, there's those of you who know me well know that there is about to be something else that happens as soon as my hot glue gun heats up. I could put this on with a glue dot, but I really like using my hot glue gun. Bling! Maybe, Michelle. It's Sandy that's into the bling, so. Okay, my glue gun is getting hot. So let me toss this. All of my Tim Holtz wrappers that I have everywhere. So, Holly, these, oops, earthquake. These are the dies that I use. They're from Scrappy Boy. I guess if you want to Facebook him, there's your QR code. Okay, let's see if this glue gun is hot enough. I have the Lynn Lily glue gun, and I absolutely love it. It heats up really fast. and it's wireless. I mean, the charger base has a wire, but okay. Then stickles. Stickles is my favorite. Because you just got to have a little bit of glitter. Okay. And then usually there's one more thing that I like to do just because my character is wearing glasses. And that is, let me grab it. So I have my glossy accents and I store it inverted. This is one of the glue holders from Make It by Marco. And so I forced the cap in there so that I can just unscrew my glossy accents. So feel free to follow me for more tips on how to improperly use products. And I always save this part to the end because this part takes forever to dry and I am an impatient person. So I always wait until the very end to do that. And there you go, you guys. No, Holly, it does not. Nope. There it is. There's our Memory Dex card. So then you can pull it out once it's dry and you can put it in your little Memory Dex thing. So let's see. I have abundance, appreciate, balance, beauty, creativity, freedom. This is a card that Marcia made for me. I have grateful. So there's our friend stamp. I have health. So there's our little from Man Plans. Joy, I might put this in joy. I'm not sure if I'll put it in joy. Loved, prosperity. I think I'm going to put it in self-love. Because, you know, there we go. Then I have success, value, worthy. Look at my little frog from the Rabbit Hole Designs. Love him. And under worthy, I used our dodo bird and I did them all up in rainbow. And this is a Scrappy Boy die as well. So he's probably, this card is probably going to go in the self-love section. This is a Tim Holtz die as well. And so I will stick it right there. And I usually always stamp them as well, so I know that the dates that I made them, but I honestly have no idea, well, maybe I do, where my stamp is. It's not there. It might be here. Nope, it's not there. So I don't know where my date stamp is, but I will stamp it right here so that I know what date I made it. So anyways, guys, that's everything. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And I will see you again tomorrow, Monday, and it will be at the same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you then. Toodles!